So, ladies and gentlemen, recent events in wrestling, and I admit I'm not up to date on all of the wrestling lore and stuff like that, but recent events in wrestling has inspired me to make this video because I'm here to tell you The Rock is lame. No, I never thought I would say it. Growing up, The Rock was one of the coolest guys on the planet, along with Stone Cold, The Undertaker, Kane, Rikishi, Chris Jericho, Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero. I mean, there were a plethora of larger-than-life stars: Hulk Hogan, Sting, Booker T, Scott Steiner in the Steiner recliner. There were a lot of people, Goldberg, Brock Lesnar. There were a lot of just absolutely incredible wrestlers that made it what it is. The Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Woo! So, it's not like I don't appreciate and love wrestling. It's always going to be a part of my childhood. However, like I mentioned, The Rock is lame. The Rock, for me, lost all credibility in 2020. Now, before then, he had started slowing down. We'd seen he really wasn't very witty anymore, but he was still pretty funny. He could still keep his own. But whatever juice he's on, whatever he's pumping up to get his muscles so big, it's making his thinking slow. Because when he comes out and does promos, it's just boring. It's boring. It's by the numbers. It's predictable. It's yada, yada, yada. It's garbage. He's not fun. He's not a spectacle. I don't give a shit. And honestly, I'm not going to watch it. Now, I saw Tyrone's reaction, and he said, well, maybe I'll watch it. And I guess maybe that's why. Because Tyrone is never going to watch like a WrestleMania, even for Cody Rhodes. But he could watch it for The Rock, for nostalgia. But what I would say to Tyrone is, you're going to be disappointed. Because this match, either way, it's a massive L. So, if Roman loses, that takes away one of the biggest storylines between Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. That it was going to be Cody Rhodes that stopped the bloodline. That he was going to work together and have his WrestleMania moment. And The Rock is the champion, which is terrible. Listen, The Rock's brand right now is at an all-time low. After that debacle with Oprah, after him endorsing Joe Biden, one of the worst presidents we've ever seen, and having to sit there like a child while Joe Biden called him DJ. Hey, DJ. One of the most emasculating and humiliating things I've ever seen. I don't know what they have on him, but it must be bad. Now, I know that he went on Joe Rogan and he said, Joe Biden is, kind of bad and stuff. And recently he made some comments sort of praising Trump a little bit. I think he's trying to hedge his bets. Like, well, I don't know, maybe Trump can win, but, maybe Biden can win. I don't know. But he called Kamala Harris a badass, and that was the moment that I knew that The Rock was dead. When he called Kamala Harris a badass, endorsing Joe Biden for president. In that interview that they did, where Joe Biden called him DJ. He didn't call him The Rock. He didn't call him Dwayne. Like, Dwayne's like a first name basis. He called him DJ. DJ. But yeah, no, The Rock is lame. The Rock, he's not good on the mic. He's big and slow. He's not athletic. He's not built for wrestling anymore. He's a big, lumbering oaf. I like The Rock back when he was smaller. Back when he was him. Hollywood Rock. That was the best Rock. When he would go up against Stone Cold Steve Austin. But this stuff, it's absolutely terrible. Now, if The Rock loses, that could be pretty good. But from everything I'm seeing, The Rock is pushing to win. What does The Rock winning do for the WWE? What, when The Rock is gone for an entire year, coming back once a year to wrestle at WrestleMania? They're like, well, the champion's not going to be here anyway. That is a massive, massive L. If they're thinking, well, we need to put the title on somebody special, they'll wrestle like once or twice a year, and then the world title will be the one that everyone defends. If you do that, I mean, you can, but that would be a massive mistake. But if you think that The Rock is going to be the babyface in this, you have lost your mind. After watching this take place, where Cody Rhodes looks like a kid that just lost Christmas, no amount of injecting cheers into the arena is going to compensate for the fact that people are going to make you pay for this. You let The Rock talk you into this because, well, I don't believe Dave Meltzer. It makes sense. The Rock really pushed for this. You made it happen. Proven CM Punk right. And now Cody Rhodes gets to take a back seat, play the good soldier, while this bald has-been, this loser, comes in, takes the spotlight for himself when nobody cares about The Rock. His reputation is at an all-time low. No one gives a shit about him. They have to cheer. They have to blast cheers in the arena. Like when I was listening to that arena where they started playing The Rock's music, it was so egregious. The way that they were just blasting cheers in, they were adding that audio sound effect. It was nuts. And they do that to build hype, but nobody's hyped to see The Rock in 2024. No one. They haven't built him up as part of the story. Not really. He comes back, makes one line about Roman Reigns. Why couldn't he have brought The Rock back when they were doing like the whole tribal council? Oh, probably a scheduling conflict. He couldn't be bothered. But you're gonna put The Rock in the main event of WrestleMania. Because you think that's the biggest draw? No, the biggest draw is Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns. Now, if you're stupid, you'll do a triple threat. If you're stupid, you'll do a triple threat. That would be the worst thing that you can do. People are like, well, they could do a triple threat. If you do that, that is awful. No. What people want is for Cody Rhodes to beat Roman Reigns. So what's going to happen is Roman Reigns, this is my prediction, Roman Reigns is going to beat The Rock. Because, of course, you have to. If The Rock can somehow convince them to let him win, that would be something else. But maybe Cody's just going to have to wait until next year's WrestleMania. Maybe they're going to have him win the Rumble a third time. Maybe this time we'll give it to you. What a boneheaded decision. I don't care about The Rock. Nobody cares about The Rock. He's a loser. He's a dork. No one gives a shit about him. He's lost all of his cool factor. I mean, he used to have that, but he doesn't have it anymore. He's cringe. He's cringe. Even streamers are like, yeah, The Rock said something. And it's like, oh, okay. He's not cool anymore. He's not witty. He's not interesting. He's phony. He's fake as a $3 bill. There's nothing about him that's organic or compelling. The product has definitely evolved since I watched it. Like, I watched a little bit of it on Friday. And while there were moments that were pretty boring, the reality is that, like, the segment with Cody, that was excellent. That was really, really good. Until The Rock came out. The Rock didn't even say a word. They thought it was some big epic moment, and then they cut on the meeting face to face. I tell you what, it's a bold choice. Unless you're having The Rock turn heel, which I don't think you could because Roman Reigns has to be the bad guy. I think you're going to be in for a big surprise. I think it's sort of gonna. I think it's gonna be the reverse of Rock Hogan, where The Rock was supposed to be the babyface. I think people are gonna cheer Roman Reigns as as he beats the shit out of The Rock, because The Rock is that unpopular these days. The Rock is that disliked. Nobody gives a shit about The Rock. He's not what he was. He's not the same guy that he was. Now he's a cringe political tool that does charity things with Oprah, asking regular hardworking Americans to give money for the victims of Hawaii. Instead of the billionaire Oprah and The Rock, who's made millions of dollars, instead of them doing something, them pledging, them doing anything, giving $100 million between them. Instead of doing that, I think what did Oprah? What did they give? Like a couple million? Like that to them is absolutely nothing to help those people, but they'll beg you for money. Get out of here. Anyway, that'll do it for today's video, ladies and gentlemen. I want to keep it short because my interest is short in this topic. Anyway, have a great day. Talk to you next time.